Hello, everyone. David, Excalibur, Charles Woodruff. That's a first timer, isn't it? Charles, have you been here before? If you don't mind, kindly let us know a bit about you. In other words, just gender, age, and where you're tuning in from. Like three things. Like Juanpa, just a couple of lines below you. It says M24CR, M24 Costa Rica. Pura vida, Juanpa. And Excalibur says, is that a Lufthansa cup? Yes, it is. Looks like Mehran is a frequent flyer. No, actually, my ex-wife gave me this long ago, and it's one of my favorite cups because it's big and it holds lots of tea and it keeps it warm, and it's Lufthansa and in Canada this side. So it's two airlines I like. Charles says, no, I haven't. Yeah, so it's the first time you're here. Charles says, 42 Ohio male. Thank you very much for that. Excalibur says, male 24, Spain and Morocco. Is that MOR for Morocco? So in other words, you haven't made up your mind where you are. Like 1 foot in Morocco, 1 foot in Spain. You must be a real flexible gymnast that you can have one leg and the other one so wide open. I mean, it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme of Spain. So let's go to the first questions that we have here. Excalibur says, well, they're very close by, so it's great to be a gymnast between Morocco and Spain. Yeah, I guess so. So let's go to Charles, 42 Ohio male. So Charles is familiar with the famous group Ohio Players. Used to be one of my favorite groups when I was in college. Charles says, hello, my wife wrote me a Dear John letter for Christmas. Oh, okay. One wonders why people wait till it's real festive time of the year to write their Dear John letters, or Dear Susan's letters, whichever is the case. So I hope you guys are gearing up for a new year, and hope all is well with all of you and enjoying your holiday, regardless of if you have broken up or about to, or don't know that you will, or if it's on its way, or you're single, or just having a wonderful family gathering. Either way, it's time to realize that life is not summed up in one relationship or one woman, or if you're a woman, to one man, or whatever your relationship is. Anyhow, it's not summed up in one relationship that doesn't work. Why would any of us ever envy or want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to be with us? Well, it doesn't make sense, does it? So simply wish them well, and then respect yourself and wish yourself well, and go on to search for bigger and better things. Life is not all summed up in one experience. Relationship is a fragment of the experiences that you're here in this journey of life to experience. Just a fragment, not the entirety of the experience of life. And somehow, because we are creatures made and operate on pain and pleasure, and for sure we're all in pursuit of pleasure, and the highest sought after level of pleasure is intimacy in a relationship. So because that relationship also has the intimacy, the pleasure of intimacy attached to it, you have a hard time to think that, oh, there are more things in life than this one certain pleasure that you receive. And you think the whole life is about not losing this one. No, if it doesn't work, that intimacy and pleasure and things that you're seeking, it's also available through other relationships. This is not the only woman or only man that he could have had experience this, which you are geared as a human being to search pleasure. So if you understand that, then you won't panic that this is the only chance I have. And I want pleasure because that's how I'm tuned in this life. I have to look for pleasure and discard any other pleasure anywhere, any other learning, any other experience in life, and all about this one thing. It's not reasonable, is it? I mean, do you really think that's how it was thousands of years ago? There was so much to learn, so many things to discover, that people would not be losing hope just because their relationship didn't work. There are still many other things to explore. But now most of the things are done for you and it's all ready to go. Food is ready and you don't have to go hunt for it, and trips and travels, or you don't have to prepare the horses and all that and gather food for the journey. You just get on the plane and go. Everything is pretty much packaged for you, and then you've got too much time on your hand and you start sobbing and suffering because one experience in life doesn't seem to be working. And yet, instead of seeing what the world has to offer for you and so much abundance of opportunities out there, you hone into this one experience. Say, that's the only thing that is going to actually be good for me, and there's no other chance. So I must have a relationship with someone who's declared doesn't want to be with me. I mean, how silly is that? Why would you not have enough respect for yourself that you actually think someone who doesn't think you are the right choice for her is the right choice for you? Isn't that supposed to be the first disqualifier for you to choose someone if that someone doesn't want to be with you? So the qualification, the first and foremost qualification on top of the list for someone that you would choose to be in a relationship with would be that she likes to be in a relationship with you. She wants to be with you. That's the one that qualifies. And reverse of it, the one who doesn't want to be with you does not qualify. So you don't look at it that, oh, she doesn't want to be with you. You say, because she doesn't want to be with me, I disqualify her. Therefore, when you disqualify her, it is you who actually does not want to be with her because she doesn't fit the bill. All right, let's go on and see if that is of any interest to anyone, what I all just said. Grace, 24, female, New York. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, Grace. Delighted to see you here. Obviously, you've been here before, but it's been a while, I guess, because I don't remember that screen name so easily. Thank you, Excalibur. Grace says, what can I do to quiet the thoughts of my ex moving on with someone else? I.e., introducing her to friends, sleeping with her, loving her better than he loved me. Why would it matter what amount of love this person, had expressed to you in comparison with whatever you think he's expressing to someone else? Who is he? what has he accomplished in this world that his choices and his level of expression of emotion to someone else or to you makes you or breaks you, defines you or makes you feel like, at least has some kind of a saying in your opinion about you? Why? Why wouldn't it just be up to your own opinion alone who you are, what you are, not in the kind of attention that someone else pays to you in comparison or not to someone else? I mean, the world hasn't stopped just because he is doing this or that. The world doesn't care. It is you who cares. Why? Why do you care that much? Why can't you care about yourself and understand that there's so much other possibilities out there? There are other people that you can meet. Just as he has moved on, you can move on. How come he can, but you can't? Why? Why? Because you haven't realized that what you're seeking is not limited in source, in resource, in originality to him. You think it's only him that can make you feel good about yourself. No. You're seeking attention. Attention from someone who's qualified. Well, this person is not qualified. Why? Because he hasn't chosen to continue a relationship with you. The one who doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, why should he deserve to be qualified to be with you? The one who you approve to be in a relationship with you would qualify. The first and foremost qualification, as I just mentioned a few minutes ago, is to actually appreciate being in a relationship with you. Then you will consider it. Otherwise, why? Grace says, and why did he come back and say he wanted to reconcile and then 2 weeks later change his mind and say he didn't want to talk anymore? All that's all your clues. A wishy-washy man is no longer qualified to be in a relationship with you. Why should you think that he's still? Why do you even ask when you see? It's like asking why this person is doing such weird things in the street. Well, that's all his level of understanding is. Why do you need to know why? I have a video that is titled, Why Do You Need Why Your Ex Didn't Want to Be With You? Why? This whole understanding of why. Why is this why is important to you? I want you to go on my channel, on search engine on my channel, and click in why do you want to know why your ex broke up with you? I think, let me see if I can find that for you. Because I think it's an interesting little video that perhaps puts all these to rest, that you're constantly trying to find a reason why somebody does something. Why donkey pisses in the street? Because it's a donkey. That's what donkey does. Now you want to come up with a reason to understand the donkey's point of view for pissing in the street and not focusing, this is his conditioning, his character, his limit of understanding of his interaction with nature, with whatever it is around, with life. That's it. Why do you need to know why of everything? What for? All right. Wow, just the word why on my search engine brings so many videos. Why you still wanting her? Why X now has flashy cars and big house? Why we must live in the now? Why do I go over awkward past situations? Why we always think of the past and not the future? Here it is. Why you want to know why your ex left you? That's the one I want you to watch. among many other things. Just click on why and see all the videos, and you will choose the right one for you. All right, there it is. I put it there for you, Grace. And Grace says, and why did he come back and say he wanted to reconcile? Because that tells you, this actually tells you his behavior, why you don't want to be with him. And Grace says, I can't leave the house for fear of running into him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you have allowed him to create your world, and you decided to see the world and the extent of the world and its opportunities and what awaits you, what it can offer you, through the limited consciousness of you, which is limited experiences of life. So you have limited and unlimited thing. You have limited the unlimited world and opportunities through your limited consciousness, and you think you know the whole story of life, and you think you're swimming in the whole big ocean. In fact, you've just corralled yourself into a little area of the ocean, and you're forcing yourself to think this is the whole entirety of the experience of swimming in the ocean, what's available in it, just because you thought this is the way. Just because you allow your desire to determine the extent of opportunities. You have limited the available opportunities in this life through following your desire for one certain thing. So your desire for something has limited your field of vision to recognize what amazing amount of opportunities are available in this life. So what you need to do to handle that desire, through which means you need to understand how desire is born. I have a video called Desire and How to Stop It. Desire and How to Stop It. I want you to watch that, understand how desire is born, where you can stop it, and then I want you to watch the playlists called How to Move On. There's so many videos about showing you why and how you can move on. And also there are videos that has to do with why we always think of the past and never think of the future. What is it? Was it that? Was that? Let me see. See, what was it? And watch this one that's called The Truth of Why You Are Not Moving On After Your Breakup. The truth of why you're not moving on after your breakup. I'm going to put the link up there. And that title was Why We Must Live in the Now. Why we always think of the past and not future. Yeah. Just go on my channel and click and write on why, the word why, on the search engine. You will have enough videos that will pretty much answer all your questions in this juncture of your challenges. All right, this is the other one that I just put up here for you. I hope you will enjoy that. Grace. Good. And now let's go and see who else we have. Majid says, hello, Mehran. Mr. Mehran, how are you? Good. Where have you been, Majid? Long time no see. Ah, isn't that nice? Organic Chamomile Infusion by Taylors of Harrogate. It's a British tea. I really love this tea. Chinmay says 17 male India. Thank you for that, Chinmay. You remember the protocol. Says the online relationship guy. Oh yes, I know. I know. I have actually studied today all thanks to your advice last time, I just feel tempted to see her once. What for? There's so many prettier girls around. Why do you limit yourself to one thing? Why? Because that one thing showed possibility of reality. Why do we always want the ex, or the one that we had an experience with, or the one that we knew and had talked to, whether online or in person, and it didn't work out for one reason or another? Why do we want that person? While there's so many millions of others available, why do we keep thinking about that one person? Because that one person that we have had some kind of a reality experience, actual experience with, is recorded in our memory as a doable, as a possibility, as a reality that it did happen. When something has happened, you experienced it firsthand, and it's recorded in your memory, that takes precedent, that takes priority over anything else that you haven't experienced because you're not sure that they can happen. But this one, you are sure that it can happen because it did happen. The idea and the belief that something is happenable, that's a new word, guys, it's happenable, makes you think and have a propensity and gravitation toward wanting that which in your mind is happenable back, rather than focusing on the fact that there was reasons that it didn't work. The fact that it did work, or it was a reality at one point, has nothing to do with its credibility that it is a suitable match for you, and you should not focus on wanting it back and focus on other possibilities out there which would be far superior choices for you. But you won't notice that. You won't focus on that. You focus on the fact that I want her back because I know it was possible to have her back. It was possible to be in a relationship with her because I was. It was possible to know her because I knew her. It was possible to talk to her because I did talk to her. All these factual memories make you think that's the best choice of possibly happening again versus the ones that you have not experienced and you don't know that it can be possible, that you can get to know them, that you can interact with them, that you can be in a relationship with them, because you haven't. So it's an unknown. You prefer a known thing that you have experienced versus possible relationships that you don't know if it's possible. That idea of possibility makes you constantly want the X back because you think it's possible. The others, you're not sure that it's possible. And we like certainty. We like bigger odds. You think you have a bigger odd with this one because it did happen once before. But lo and behold, often, most often, the things that you have had experience with and didn't work, it will never work if you go back to it. It would be best to move on forward and find new possibilities and turn that into a new project and see how that goes, what that friendship is like. Anyhow, I have a video on that. Let's see if I can put that in there for you guys. What was it titled? Why do you want the X back, I think. Why X? Just type in Y and you will see all these videos. There's so many of them. I don't know why life is so hard. Why is life so hard? It's one of the videos that I have. Why happiness has become so hard. Why it doesn't matter why he or she left you. Why is it hard to move on? Why we meditate. Why you do not move on when you want to. Why relationship breaks down. I suggest you guys just go in there. Why you want your ex back? Well, let's put this one in. I don't know what it is. I don't even remember it, but I think it's worthy of you guys checking it out. Just go into the search engine, click on why. You just write in why, and you will see there are a number of videos that you might actually like the title. So go for it. Chinmay. Jeremy Ferguson. Hello, Jeremy. He says, Male, Oregon 21. Thank you very much. Oregon used to be my home for at least three and a half years. You all know that I went to school there, right? Lewis and Clark in Lake Oswego. And I hope everyone's relationship stuff gets resolved. And Jeremy says, may I share a recipe? Yeah, why not? Chinmay says, I just have sympathy and concern for her. Stop the sympathy and concern. She's a 23-year-old girl and you're 17. You have no business being concerned about her. She can take care of herself. You focus on your life. Have sympathy for your life and for what you're mixed up with. Chinmay. And he says, since she's troubled psychologically, she has split personality disorder. Well, that's none of your business. I understand where you're coming from. It is very gracious and honorable that you are such a good person and you care. But you're 17 years old. Your business should be on your life right now and your studies. You're not responsible to take care of her or anybody else for that matter. You cannot bring excuses for her or for anything else. You need to focus on your life right now. I'm sure she would have other people around her, her family or whatever, her doctors and so on, to take care. And you're not her guardian. So, as wonderful as you are, you need to focus on what it is that you can make a difference. Long distance, 6 years older than you, you're not even in the same city or wherever it is, you're taking on a responsibility that has nothing to do with you and you're not supposed to be spending your focus on. So, move on. Move on, pay attention to what it is that you can make a difference, and that is your own life. Little old me says, I have many invasive thoughts. And what happened to the protocol, little old me? Like gender, age, where you're tuning in from. I'd be grateful if you could add those in. I'll get back to you in a second, as soon as I have that. So, because it's important for me to know how old you guys are, what your gender is, where you're tuning in from. It gives me a little bit clues how to respond to you, in what level, and age is important, gender is important, the cultural background that it could talk to me a little bit if I know where you come from, all can be helpful. And I want to reiterate and bring your attention to the fact that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I have no medical credibility or credentials. What we're talking here is my experiences, research, personal experiences, research, and based on the books I've written about the movement of mind, the fragments of our psyche, and how to understand, interpret our thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, mechanical process, order, material process, pleasure, all these things and what they all have to do in the way we act and react and negotiate our daily lives. We talk about breakups and relationships and so on. If you have any psychological or any other medical issues, you need to talk to your doctors, medical professionals, and seek their assistance and guidance. Having said that, let's go on to remind you that we have over 1,600 videos on this channel, And they're all free for you to use. We have live talks every week. They're all free for you to use. We try to limit it to small questions and not turn it into one-on-one sessions, so we can answer as many questions as we can. At the same time, if you need more and detailed exploration of your situation and want to talk to me, go on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. Click on Talk to Mehran via Skype, make an appointment, and I'll be more than happy to explore your situation with you together and help you to see how clearly you can actually see on your issues. And of course, if you can't easily afford the appointments, then you have another service on my site that you can write an email. It's, I think, costs $10, and then I will record a 4 to 8 minutes response and email the recording to you, because the mail is not able to send a bigger than 8 minutes, I think. So these are the support that is available to you, and I'm always here. You're never alone on your breakups. As long as this channel is open and these videos are available, you've got all the ammunition you need to move on, learn what happened to you, how to deal with it, and find your balance and happiness and go on for bigger and better things. Now, Grace says, thank you, I will watch. Okay, good. And Travel Guy says 43, male, Lawton, Oklahoma. All right, thank you for that. Let's see if little old me has responded to that, what we asked. No, he hasn't. Okay, then we go on to the next. Adrian Burkuta says, in Farsi has written, Be Mehran Khosh Amad. It means welcome to Mehran. Thank you for that. All right. So where were we? Little old me has not responded, so therefore I guess I can go on to the next question. Chinmay says, the thought of not being able to ever contact her again has left me cold. Come on now. I'm going to get on the plane, come over there and beat you with the ugly stick. To bring your attention to the fact that you're 17-year-old and you're not supposed to be associating with the 23-year-old girl, first of all. Second, what are you talking about? I won't ever. Don't be so emotional. Don't be too emotional. It's good to be emotional for the right things, but don't be too emotional for things that really is just not a place for you to worry about. That I will never contact her again. It has left me cold. What? It just strikes out nowhere and it's painful. No, it's not painful. You're 17 years old. You get horny for a dog walking by. So, understand your situation here is not something that you should now think that the whole world has come to an end for you. It's the time of experiencing relationships, and to you, this would have given you a certain kind of a fluff. Your 17-year-old, 23-year-old girl was talking to you on the net, and you feel something like as if you're more mature than you are, because a 23-year-old was talking to you or associating or socializing with you. So it's kind of made your ego feel good. That's why you think she was so important. Otherwise, what's there to be in common with a 6-year-older woman than you at this age? Nothing. She may have had some need for companionship or discussion, and she was talking to you. But that has nothing to do with the fact that she was the right match for you. She wasn't. And therefore, at this time, you may be missing that connection that you thought it makes you important, the attention that every boy at age 17 or 19 on afterwards desires from a woman and makes him feel amazing. These are what makes you think that was the right match, but it wasn't the right match. It was just the things that you need at this age or any age. An attention, to feel mature, to feel that you're paid attention to, make you feel important because she's older than you. So that makes you feel like, oh, you're more than you think you are, because an older woman actually pays attention to. That's very important. But these are psychological things. They're not really reasonable things for you, for your age. Where do you think they would have gone? A 23-year-old girl will be what? In 7 years, she'll be 30 years old. In 7 years, you'll be what? 24? And you think that's a right match? Experience-wise, age-wise, maturity-wise, and all that? No. And you will never be able to have your role in that relationship because she's always so much older than you. And you won't even be able to be at par with her. It will never work out. And also you will never be happy because you want someone who would be closer to your own consciousness level. And that wasn't. And it wouldn't have been. So much age difference between you two. And she wants to feel much, younger than the man that she is with in a relationship. And that wouldn't make her feel really that she would always think that, oh, I'm going out with this boy, not man. And you don't want that. So why don't you focus on building your life right now, do your studies, and when you're old enough, you'll find a girlfriend appropriate to your age, closer to your age, and you would both fit in the relationship according to what your roles are and be able to closely communicate due to your experiences, stage of life that you each are at that time. So, enough for you, Chinmi. I go to somebody else. And Nick Ngaronoa. Now, hang on. I've got something to practice. Hang on. I had memorized this, but somehow I'm right on the spot, so I have to. All right, here it is. Tena koutoa katoa. Tena kautoa katoa. Did I say it right? Hello to all who are here. Let me see. And male 43 New Zealand says Tena koe matua. Ah, okay, I understand that. Mehran, greeting, wise one. Yes, thank you very much. And he says, I would like to share an ancient proverb from my culture. Yes, I would love to hear that. Says it may help those going through tough times. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see, where are you? Oh, there it is. Nick says, Hi'iti te mokoroa ka kakati te kahikatie. It says, the grub may be small, but it cuts through the white pine. Meaning, the task may be huge, but it's not impossible. It can be done. Kia ora, koutou. Good health to all. Thank you very much for that. Certainly appreciate it. I love that language. So mystical and so ancient and so meaningful, wise. Thank you for that. And we now go to that's kind of similar to the motto that I always shared with my students at the beginning of the martial art trainings that I used to teach. And it was in English, of course. I had put these motto for us to start the class. And as I mentioned yesterday, it was like this. It's not important how difficult it is. It's important that it is possible. So in other words, focus should be on possibility, not on the level of difficulty. And that's how we go about life. And as Mandalorians say, this is the way. All right, let's go back to who we have here now. We have Chris Aubrey. Chris says, is that the first one? Chris says, hello, Mehran. After my last RS. What is RS? What is RS? What is RS? Chris says, hello, Mehran. First here, up here, I see him. Hello, Chris. Sorry to miss your line. And we have here Chris's experience. He says, hello, Mehran. After my last experience that you know about, what are your thoughts on getting with a single mom? Oh, my goodness. Haven't you learned your lesson? Chris, am I supposed to travel on this rainy day to UK with an ugly stick, or don't you have respect for yourself, stick? And he says, it's just that so many single girls seem to have a kid, been the age I am. It's going to be tough to find one who hasn't. Look, there could be other reasons. I may be wrong. But I think you are going that route because you're not exuding and expressing or feeling enough confidence in yourself. So you're saying that it would be easier to be in a relationship or to start a relationship, have the interest of a single mom, because you think they're at a disadvantage and therefore they're more willing. So you're kind of settling rather than focusing on what's suitable to you. You actually are forcing yourself to accept a different load in the relationship than what you really hope for. And I think your motivation is not really that you're so logical, that there are more single moms available than girls that this and that. It's because I think you think it's easier because they may find themselves in a bit of a pickle or difficult situation that not too many men may be willing to be in a relationship with a single mom. That's how you think they're thinking. So you think it might be easier. So therefore you have a better chance. So I want you to have more confidence in yourself. And if you do have more confidence in yourself and you meet someone who's a single mom and you still hit it off, more power to you, no problems. But if you aim for the fact that it's easier to be in a relationship, find a girlfriend who's a single mom because she's a single mom, then you're just being a little bit of not fair to yourself. You're just going after something that you think it's easier for you than most suitable for both of you. I think a single mom would be having a better relationship when she's teamed up with someone who's also maybe single dad. So it'll be an equal footing. But she's single mom with a child and you are a single guy. You won't be that kid's dad, and if things are not really deep enough, the relationship is not deep enough, you will end up having challenges, and the kid could very well one day easily say, "You're not my dad, get lost." And you'll be hurt, and the child would always be first in the eyes of the mom, which it should be. And there will be a little bit of an open road for exploring the relationship between the two of you, the mom and you. because there is a more important person in her life. And that's a child, and it should be. And it should be. So, in my opinion, is you continue finding someone who is also single. And you're what? 40? I remember 40? 40 something? 40? Close to 40? And then she would be in her 30s. And there's so many single women in their 30s. That would be probably a good chance to work, or at least to explore. Adrian says we all are energy, and if you pay attention in any relation, you can feel if something is wrong or not. Like, for example, an antelope does not go to lion and asks, "Are you my friend?" They can sense the feel this. It's possible. Yeah, it's good. That's right. One moment, guys. Let me check here. All right, sorry about that. So, Jeremy says, nice salad glop recipe. Oh, okay. Salad glop. What is a glop? Coconut aminos. What do you mean? Coconut aminos or coconut and then comma aminos? Arigula. Maca root powder. Ooh, that's potent. Tomato, avocado. Sounds good. And Chris says, okay, no. Chris says, my ex did want us to have our own baby. That is what I eventually want, but the way it looks, it might be with a single mom. There just seems to be a lot of them these days. Okay. Chris says, not that I have a problem with single moms, because it just means there's also a lot of single dads. I guess that doesn't have up to you with the Psyche more personal reference. All right, let's see. Chinmay says, thank you, sir, for being so generous but honest and blunt at the same time. Felt like a pinch to bring myself back to the reality. Yep. Lots of respect. Watch your videos today too. Wonderful experience. Great. Glad that you are taking good care of yourself. Chinmay. Nick says, oh, no, we did do that. Hasbrat says, I'm Harry, I'm 23, and been broken up with my ex of 7 years for about 8 months. I'm really struggling to find attraction, connection with anyone else. Any insight? Well, you're 23 years old. You don't need insight. You just need patience. You focus on building your life. Right now is the time for you to focus on building your life, the foundation of your life, whether it's your studies or if you're at a job, focus on the job, get to know your job the best you can, or if you're school, get to do your studies and prepare for getting a job to be able to provide for yourself. And all that accomplishment and ability to provide yourself will bring to you a certain confidence, and that confidence will express and extend certain energy, that energy would attract a similar kind of character energy from the women. And then you will get to know more friends, and then you will see where that goes. And if you guys find enough compatibility to go a little bit further than that. Now, it seems to be a little bit dark in here. Why don't I give it an extra light? Just give me one moment, please. All right. I think it's a bit better. And Adrian says, Rocky, Manhastam. Yes, that means I am Rocky. Yes, I know, Adrian. Gabriel says, good night. Good night, Gabriel. That means you're leading us or you're just joining us? Where are you, Gabriel? Remember, I believe you had a comment that I think I responded today. No? Did I? Did I not? Anyhow, don't forget about the protocol. Gender, age, and where you're tuning in from. Aegis Mikos. Aegis Mikos, don't forget the protocol. There it is. It says, I'm 25. From where? It says, my wife with daughter disappeared 2 days and she calling me and judging me. Then it's my all fault that we will break up. She's going to leave me. What to do? Well, I don't know what country you're there, what kind of laws ruling that nation, and then you would probably have your rights and she has her rights. And perhaps you guys can get together and talk, find out what the problems are. If you haven't already, see if you can resolve it. If not, then according to your rules and regulations in that land, you will each exercise your rights in the form of interaction with each other, interaction with your child, and make sure to continue being the best dad that you can for your daughter. And regardless of what the mom's decision is, you are her dad. Make sure you have joint custody. Make sure you spend enough time with your daughter. Make sure you be the best dad you can be. Make sure you will be there for her schoolings and events at school and participate and be there, spend quality time with her and enough time with her. Make sure it will be certainly equal time for both of you with your daughter, so you will not leave her life. Make sure you speak with your wife about her behavior after the divorce, the kind of people that she will meet, and that she could go on a date when the daughter is with you and not bring those people in the presence of the daughter, and respect the rights of your child to have these privacy and to have these certainty about her family still as a family. Mom is mom, dad is dad, and they have not replaced each other by bringing somebody else to home. And regardless of what she feels about some boyfriend or whatnot, that is not the choice of the daughter for her mom to be with somebody else other than, her dad. So these are things that you two need to discuss and be civil about it and agree to abide by it, adhere to it for the sake of security, psychological security of your child, emotional consideration for your child, and bring about that wonderful environment, that positive environment that your daughter should be growing in, knowing that there is a mom, there is a dad, and nobody's replacing them. Regardless of what you guys decide, that is not the decision of the child. That's the decision of the mother. So, or the father, however it is, who's breaking up. So, make sure that is understood between the two. And if not civilly understood, then you can go to court, I guess, both of you, to express yourself through your lawyers and make sure that the child is number one and all focus should be on her to make sure she will have the environment that is full of love and care and safety and security that she can be raised in and be comfortable. That's what you need to be focused on. Not you, her. I mean the daughter. All right. Chinmay says, like the video, guys, it's 20 of us watching. Yeah. Please, before you leave, make sure you click on the like on this live stream if you like. It is very important for us to have these like clicks because algorithm of YouTube will look for it. We are still unfounded on the sea of the YouTube channels. There's thousands and millions of channels, and as good as we are, and I'm sure you attest to that, with all the videos that we have, 1,600 videos and counting, about 500 live talks and counting. The availability of me on my site to have an appointment with me to talk to me on Skype, the availability of writing an email through the site with a nominal fee, and I will record a short response, and send it back to you via email. All these supports are for you here, but we need to be recognized by YouTube in order to get more subs. And that won't happen unless you share the videos on your social media. You talk about it on, Discord and chat lines and so on. And you introduce us to, school papers, university papers, and radio stations or television stations to do interview and to notice our channel. Anything you can do for us to be on the map. To begin with, write a comment on the videos that you see. Like the videos that you see. Help us to grow. And thank you for that, Chinmay. And the CF Butcher says, if you date a single mom and you break up, it's double the heartache if you formed an attachment to the child. Yeah, that's very true, and he knows it. Ultimately, you'll pick up the tab whilst you're together, but if you split, you have zero rights to any form of access. Correct? It's worth considering how you feel in the event that this happens. Very true, CF, and Chris already knows that very well because he's already been in that pickle before. And he's just fresh out of the jar and still wants to dive back in. Chris? Even CF Butcher, even the butcher of the area knows it, let alone you. What the heck is going on with you? All right. Thank you for that, Butcher. Donna says, good day, everyone. Good day, Donna. 11 a.m. Melbourne, 43, work widow since 2011. Thank you for that, Donna. And Undercover Wisdom says, hi, Mehran. I hope you are well. Thank you very much. Undercover Wisdom. Let's uncover the wisdom today. How about that? Says, male UK 28. What a wonderful age. Would or have you ever entertain the idea of getting back with an ex from your experience? No, never. Or would you ever look back? No, never. Simple. So, give me a moment, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. And so we have Butcher says, Chris. Oh, okay, you're talking to Chris. That's good. Undercover Wisdom says, P.S. You look younger every time I tune in. What's your secret? Well, the last 2 weeks' secret is different than the previous 2 weeks' secret. My main secret was I upped the exercise and I ate carefully. But my last 2 weeks' secret is that I haven't exercised and I've been eating as much as I want. Because I felt like it. My recovery was slow. I was really hitting it hard at the gym, and I said, "The heck with it! I want to eat a little bit more goodies." But I'm careful in what I eat, of course. I get up. I have my gelatin, like a Jello with. Which has protein and collagen, made with some fruits in it. So I just take a couple of pieces of that. And then I have my shake. If I don't feel like eating, I'll have a pomegranate. But usually I'll have my shake, which is vegetarian protein from vegetable basis, and no sugar or sweetener in it. I'll have a bunch of blueberries in it, bunch of cranberries in it, all raw, of course, not sweetened or anything, just fresh or frozen. And I have my greens, macro greens in it, which got God knows how many greens in it. Then I have spirulina, 1 scoop in it, and I have crystallized beet powder from Germany added into it. And I have vitamin C, natural vitamin C, added into it, the powder from plants. I have a banana in it, and if I'm up to it, I put a little bit of curcumin, but it doesn't taste that good often. That's pretty much it. And then I have my supplements. Well, I don't know, 20 supplements, different kind of thing. Alpha lipoic acid, astaxanthin, resveratrol, vitamin B complex, zinc, and magnesium, everything else that I can't remember. CoQ10, all that stuff. The vitamin D, and ashwagandha, and oil of oregano, soft gels, all of them together. I try to eat healthy, but who knows? All right, now, right, Adrian is right. Chinmay says, sir, I've started meditating to bring positivity and improve connection. However, I prefer focusing on a calm, repetitive music instead of plain breathing. It feels good, but is it acceptable? Well, it feels good because the frequency of the music puts your mind at ease. But the breathing exercise, breathing meditation, and other kind of meditation, which is concentration meditation and expansion meditation, as I have explained in my video, which I will try to put the link up here. See, I have a 7-part video, 7-part production playlist, but there are 4 parts of the videos are in there. I have to add the other 3. And that is called The Change is Coming. In the playlist, The Change is Coming, you will find different kinds of discussions. One is the clones. I start talking about how when we are born and what happens to us in the way of being raised, the effects of whatever affects us. It's called the clones. That's one of the first of the series of Changes Coming in the playlist. And then once you watch that, then you would want to watch number 2, which is Nature and You Are Connected. Nature and you are connected. Number 3 would be Why We Meditate. And number 4 would be Thoughts and Consciousness. These are all parts of the series called Change is Coming series. I want you guys take a moment, not a moment, these are some of them 19 minutes, 14 minutes, 18 minutes, and these are elaborate videos. I think it would be helpful for you to watch these videos. The playlist Change is Coming. You might enjoy it. So the meditation part, one is called Why We Meditate. Why we meditate. And that could answer some of your questions, Chinmay. Luna, female, 35, Oman. Hello, Luna. Good to see you here, dear. And we have Luna says, Salam Mehran and all. Salam Luna Jan. Good to see you here, dear. Viper Brandon, 23, London, says, trying to still get over my ex who dumped me. Number 1, do not use the word dump because that devaluates and demeans you in your own mind. And one of the worst things to do to yourself is to have a negative image of yourself, creating a conditioning that would accept that you're not good enough by using these negative words. We respond to the meaning of words more than we actually focus, which we should be focused, where the origin and the person who is uttering these words are. We focus on the meaning of words. That's why many words and sentences that is uttered by some idiot affects us, while it is, if we focus on the source, which is the idiot, we wouldn't care about it. But we don't focus on the source, we focus on the meaning of the word. And that meaning has a set interpretation in the dictionaries, and we are conditioned to accept it as fact. As fact, what that word means. And because the word means that what it means itself, and it's undisputed, we think the person who uttered it is correct, or is right, or has a point, which is nonsense. You must often focus on the source of where these sentences or comments are coming, and dismiss them because of the ineligibility of the source to make such comment, or the character of the source that will tell you it's not a comment to pay attention to. But the word itself means something, and that is already uncontestable. And that makes you be fooled to think that the actual comment could have worth and value. That affects you. So Never use that word again. Do not create an image that is not worthy of you in your mind, about yourself in your own mind. And Brandon 23 London continues saying she was stressed. So she broke up with you saying she was stressed. Oh, okay. 23, she was probably what, 21, 22, or 23, or 24? And at that age, she's stressed. Okay. And then started to date other guys. Ooh, suddenly she's not stressed. I'm healing well, but still think about the situation. Don't. Think about the source that is incompetent in being a suitable match for you to be in a relationship, a long-lasting relationship. So respect her wishes, wish her well, and wish yourself well, and respect yourself, and move on to better and more qualified mates or possibilities of friendship. You're just 23 years old. Don't take these things too seriously. Until you're 28 years old, you have no business to think any of these relationships should or could or would go somewhere really serious. They're just what they are. 6 months, a year, 2 years, and that's it. If she doesn't break up, you should. Because you're all changing through this time. Your consciousness is changing, and you've got no reason to believe that the one that you choose at age 22, 21, 23 is the one. It can't be, because you're still trying to figure out who you are, how you're put together, let alone knowing what you really want out of, your partner. So chill out, relax, enjoy. That's fine. That's normal. That's how it goes. This is the way. Mandalorian. Donna says, Mehran, I'm 51 kilograms. Oh, you're pretty fit, aren't you? And 5'2". Okay. Why are men in their 40s not looking after themselves? Or is that an Aussie bloke thing? Maybe an Aussie bloke thing, because a man or a woman at any age should take good care of themselves. Not just for looks, which is important. We all are, people interested in looking good and attracting what we want to attract, and naturally, enjoy intimacy and all that. For that, you need to be in good shape and look good for each other and for yourself. But not just for that, also because of health. At any age, we should be at our optimum health as much as we can. Everything is done for us, packaged, made, ready. We don't have to go and hunt for it. So might as well have the sense of taking good care of ourselves, eating proper nutrition, be fit and all that, enjoy exercise, and feel good about ourselves to enjoy more possibility of learning in this journey of life. And in case we meet someone, at least we can expect them to be at their best, because we have tried to be at our best. No? I think it just makes sense. And good for you, Donna. Keep it up. Luna. I see. Donna saying hey to Luna. Luna says, I'm glad I have caught you. How long have you been live? Well, it's a little bit over 64 years. I was born on October 3rd, 1955, and I've been alive since then, as far as I can tell. But what happens from now on, God knows. So I hope I haven't missed much, she says. Well, no, you haven't, because it's been me talking. So I don't know what value that has, but it will be uploaded immediately after I finish. So you'll have access to the whole thing. Luna. SL says, hi, Mehran. Stephen, male 39, Los Angeles. Hello, Stephen, from Los Angeles. And Viper says, Brandon 23, do you believe in reincarnation? And if so, do you think or know what we choose our next incarnation? I will wait to find out. I'm not that wise. Adrian says, Luna in Romania means moon. In Italian, it also means moon. In French, it also means moon. And I guess it just means moon. PF3C1 says, or Luna, let's go to Luna because we were on her question. She says, what would you say is a good age to start seriously looking for a long time settled relationship? It somehow seems trickier to find a compatible mate. Of course it is. And even if you find a compatible mate, the consciousness still change. Years later, you guys may get divorced or not like each other anymore because the way you have been, the fabric of your consciousness have been modifying through the experiences you come across in your life that changes your makeup and who you are. Hence, it changes what you're interested in, what you're looking for, and modifies the standards that you're hoping your partner would meet. So, it is not written in stone. And she says, or at least in my experience, but I'm a glass is half full, type of woman. So onward and forward. Good for you. Good for you. Proud of you. Don't focus on when is the age. Just focus on the quality that comes along and assess it on that basis. There's no formula. There's no formula. And Luna says, it can get depressing and disheartening at times, I must say. Yes, of course. If you think the whole entirety of the experience of life is about to be in a relationship and nothing else matters. But if you focus on life itself and on the moment and the efforts that you express in that moment, then you will see that a relationship that comes along is a spice for that experience. A relationship is not supposed to be the entirety experience of life. It's part of life, is fragment of experiences we will have in life. When it's available, it's great. Focus on it. Pay attention to it. Attend to it. When it's not, there's so many other things that you can learn and explore and bring that confidence and accomplishments and experience and live with it, the nature and the whole life itself. And then again, there would be another relationship come. Because life is continuous forever. Every day there's a life, things to learn, things to do. But relationship is part of this road, part of this path, part of this journey. Not that relationship is the life and everything else comes and goes. No, life is life and relationship comes and goes. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Whether it's there or not, life still goes on. You're still you. You're still on your advancement and learning and growth, and that's how you should think of it. Therefore, relationship is part of, a peripheral, not the main event. And that way, then you won't be so distraught or uncomfortable if you are not in a relationship, because the meaning of life is not summed up to that. That is part of the meaning of life. And Luna says, haha, Mehran, I'm glad you're alive for more than this life. Well, me too, to be honest with you. It makes two of us. Yeah, I know. There's no other way to, other than having a sense of humor. All right, let me go back to see where I was. Adrian says, what do you think about this Romanian saying, Mehran? Horses do not die when the dogs want. Yeah. That should be in everyone's mind, to know that their power and focus is not dependent on being chosen or not, or someone's attention or not. And you can't lay down and roll and die just because somebody doesn't want you. Who cares? You're still a horse. All right. Wookie says, "Hi, my friend. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Thank you very much. Christmas is always wonderful wherever you are in the world. The spirit of Christmas, all holidays of for betterment of men is good from any religion. Pretty much, you know, we're supposed to. It's an excuse to be a better person. The spirit of giving, the spirit of kindness, the spirit of unselfishness, it all shows up at that certain time of the year for a certain celebration of some religious holidays. Everybody want to be at their best foot forward. It's like the God that they believe in is really focused on that moment. And the rest of the year, they can be an assholes that they want because they don't think anybody watching. Whether somebody you believe is watching or not watching, whether you believe in God or you don't, you gotta be a person who's deserving and is chosen to be in this life and share this life, be part of its positive role models and accomplish important tasks and affect the societies and communities you live in a positive way. And basically that means celebrate all throughout the year as far as your expression of compassion and appreciation for life and kindness to others and to yourself, so on, is concerned. So it shouldn't be just limited to this time, but it seems like at Christmas time, everyone is at their best foot forward, and that's wonderful and gives you that much of a more hope for humanity. And of course, there are many other celebrations, religious celebrations all around the world. I myself am not Christian, but I don't have pretty much any religion at the moment. But I do believe in all of them. That they're all meaning good and they're all good, and we all should love each other, respect each other, live together, be kind to each other. And the religions are supposed to help us to find betterness in ourselves, not to separate us from ourselves as a notion of being different. It's supposed to bring the best in us. I look at religions as if everybody wants to climb a mountain. According to their abilities and agilities, different people will choose different techniques of climbing this mountain. Rock climbing, some of them use ropes, some of them just walk through inside the mountain, go up. Whatever the path it is, according to what's their ability and fitness level is, they choose. But they all are aiming for the summit. So the religions are the same. They're all aiming to become better people, better person, closer to their maker or whatever it is that they believe. But they have different paths that they've chosen based on their understanding and the time of living or the culture they were raised in. But they all mean well. They all mean to get to that place of being a better person. So if you look at it that way, then all religions are good, as long as they're not abused and they're used for good purposes. Simple. All right. I believe there is a universe, there is an energy, there is an organism, there is an organization, not an organism, there's an organization, there is a discipline, there is a rhythm of the world, there's an energy that we are all made out of, and that is the universal way. That is what has created everything. Now, all religions and all gods, however your beliefs are, they're all the same. Universe, nature, God, all means the same. So, whether you believe in certain religion or you believe in universe, you all believe in a creator. Something must have created this, and that's good enough to aim to be as good and clear, compassionate, loving, caring as that creator. Whatever you believe is. Double is in a sentence. All right. Prof 3C1 says 5 years relationship, 8 months after breakup. I don't know why, but it still hurts. She already finds someone else and never contact me. How can someone forget about everything? Why I can't? Why I still care? That's the question. Why do you still care? Why have you made this relationship or this woman to be the entirety of your experience of life? That's absurd, isn't it? So please don't. What is this moth doing here? Go away. So what I'm suggesting to watch some of the videos that I clicked on here. I put the link here in this live stream, and take a look at those and understand life better. One reason that most of us are kind of stuck in the relationship that you had and broken up is because you haven't really focused on how big life is and what opportunity this is all about. You think it's only about doing one thing. And if that one thing doesn't work, then nothing else matters. But that one thing is only a fragment of this whole thing. So focus on the whole thing, the life, and go on and experience a similar but different in a different juncture of time. And that can happen. So stop caring about things that really, really, in the deepest understanding and analytical moments of your mind, it really doesn't matter. You have made it to matter, but it really doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, they don't matter. That relationship doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. What she does doesn't matter. But the life itself matters, that you're part of it and you're still there in the game. That's what you should focus on. And watch the videos that I have, Why We Can't Go On. Just click on, go on my, I found a trick. Go on my channel, search engine on my channel, just type in why, W-H-Y, why. And you will have number of videos that you may just go through them and see which one you would like, tickles your fancy, and you would like to see what it is. And many of them will help you, if not most of them, if not all of them, will help you to move on from where you're sitting, how you're looking, from the angle you're looking at your life, and you'll be regaining your balance and happier to go on to bigger and better things. Guys, I may have to cut it short because now that is a little darker. I visit my mother at 5 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock on Sundays. So it is very close to that. So I will end our discussion within a few minutes. See if I can answer any other question. If not, we'll just leave it for the next time. Viper says, my ex met my mom and my mom hugged her. This makes me feel bad as I let someone who left me know my darkest secret. What darkest secret? Forget it. You're all human beings. So she knows what. Who gives a shit? Move on. Don't cling to these things. Nonsense. Who is she to know or not to know? Nothing makes sense. You make who you are, not people know this or that about you or don't. Or your mom hugged her. What does that mean? So what? What did you want your mom to do? Not hug her? She was your girlfriend. So what's wrong with that? And she might tell the new guy she's with things about me. Oh, okay, so what? So what? Who's the new guy? To know about it. Okay, what happens? Like they know about you, what happens? You become a pumpkin? No. And if they don't know about you, you become what? The king of the world? No, you are you, and you can make whatever you want to make out of yourself. Don't create these illusions that people's thinking and opinion about you makes you or breaks you, defines you in this way or that way. You are the one who define yourself with your actions, your commitments, your accomplishments in life, and nothing else. So you're independent. Don't worry about who knows this or that. What else is there to know? We all need food. We all need to go to the bathroom. We all need to clean ourselves. We all need to be a good person, educate ourselves, this and that. So we're all in it together. So don't think that like suddenly they have something over you because they know something about you because your mom told her something. Don't worry about that. It's not nonsense. Okay, now. Luna says, Adrian and Mehran, what does that saying entail or mean? I'm lost. Please elaborate. And the cover wisdom says, hi, Mehran. Adrian, Luna, I think the one you're talking about is about the horse don't die because the dog wants. It's about to say that horse is a horse and is not necessarily listening to something that is wishing ill for it. You know, that's it. And the cover wisdom says, hi, Mehran, a little off topic here, but since a child I've always wanted to learn a type of martial arts. Now at 28, my New Year's resolution is to take a classes. Any recommendation on particular? Well, you know, I studied Aikido, Shinshin Toitsu Aikido, which is Aikido with mind and body coordinated. That's different than just Aikido physical and all techniques. It has tremendous amount of meditation and understanding the movement of mind and mind power, and developing the mind power through focus and concentration methods and learning and exercises and understanding the relationship between mind and the body, how mind affects the body. In fact, there's a video I have that says the end of fear. The end of fear. It was a seminar I did at the local university a few years back, and you might want to watch it. I will put that as the last thing I want to do here, and before I end the live stream. End of fear. There it is. There is one version of it, which is a full version, which is 46 minutes, and you might want to watch that. And if you click on the title of this video, when you see it on the search engine of my channel, you may have the shorter versions of it. And now we have I think Adrian wrote Farsi alphabets. He probably Googled it. I'm not sure if he knows the alphabets, Luna, but he's kind enough to just have that done on Google, I think. That's what I think. And Luna says, thank you for explaining, Mehran, as I love to learn. My pleasure. Okay, guys, looks like we responded to all questions, and we are here. We are here at the end of our live stream today, and I'm glad that I got to all the questions, and I think I did. So I look forward to talk to you maybe tomorrow, because these days we're approaching New Year, and I have some special, not special, just some live streamings to be with you guys, especially the ones who might need to be in a conversation to feel better during this holiday time. So I'll try to be as much as I can. I'm not sure if tomorrow we'll have or not, but definitely on 31st we will, or on 30th. Who knows, maybe tomorrow as well, because it's holiday and there's, you know, pretty much, you know, time is available. So I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you for being here and allowing me to share a thing or two with you. I love you all, and I look forward to talk to you again. In the meantime, be good to yourself, to the others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.